Howdy YouTube, just wanted to make a quick video showing you guys my most recent haul from my local comic book shop. One figure I am super excited about, and that is of course Zoom from the Flash TV show. Absolutely awesome, one of my favorite characters. Love the character design of this guy, love the black suit, love the voice, loved really every aspect of him in the show, so I'm really excited to review him for you guys. Other comics that I picked up, we've got a spoof on the current American political election. When I say current, I guess the most recent election in which Trump was victorious. Kind of an intriguing comic. It interests me mainly because it's a pretty satirical take on how bad both sides of politics are, so keen to read that. We've got Call of Duty Zombies, which surprisingly has been a really, really good comic series. The normal Call of Duty Black Ops 3 series was just garbage. Really hated that. The Call of Duty Zombies has been a real standout for me, and better than most of the recent Call of Duty games, to be honest. Kong of Skull Island, this was a really disappointing comic series. This is actually the last issue I am getting of this particular series. I was hoping it would be about the monsters and the actual island itself, or, you know, just give me a comic where soldiers fight Kong. It's not hard to do, but it's all about the people on the island who, honestly, I really couldn't care about. So that was quite disappointing. We have Daredevil and Punisher, a couple issues of that. This looks quite interesting. Punisher, obviously a very iconic character. Deadpool, a very iconic character. The artwork in this looks quite nice, and the story seems pretty interesting too, so I'm keen to read that and see what that's all about. Then we move to some Warhammer comics. These have been fantastic as well. One thing I will give Warhammer, even though it's a very expensive hobby, the lure, the artwork, and the comics are fantastic. They're just some pretty messed up things, but they tell some really great stories, so I highly recommend, even if you're not the biggest Warhammer fan, the lure itself is, or the lore, however you want to say it, is really cool, and the artwork in the comics is pretty awesome too, so really enjoying reading those. Looking forward to these two issues. And then we have Venom, a really great series. Love the artwork, like the design of Venom as well. Obviously it's not Eddie Brock, it is this guy. I will not spoil too much, but it is a really cool series. As you can see, there's some of the nice artwork. So I highly recommend getting onto Venom. And then we have the WWE Comics series, which, if you're a wrestling fan and you watch my channel, you know I am a wrestling fan, is actually really good. It is quite interesting. The comic series follow basically the story of Seth Rollins. To be honest, they do a better job in the comic book series of telling WWE stories than they do in the actual show, which is kind of interesting to me. They really go through a lot of the backstory, at least in the first 3 issues of Seth Rollins, the dynamic with Triple H, and you know, why he cashed in at WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns to make it a triple threat, when he got injured. You know, they really do a great job in these comics of explaining why he turned heel, and promo for Venom, and the backstory behind him and Triple H. So there you can see him rehabbing. A really good comic series, to be honest with you. Probably better, as I say, than if you were to actually watch wrestling. WrestleMania Special Edition, I haven't taken a look at this one yet, but I am keen to see it. It looks pretty cool, to be honest with you. Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels. That's pretty sick, actually. Who have we got? Triple H and... I was going to say Tyler Breeze, and then I realised it's Chris Jericho. This actually looks pretty good. So keen to read that one. The Dark Knight, there's only one more issue left of this. This is a fantastic series with, well, as I say that, I open to this particular page, which probably doesn't do the comic a lot of justice at all. But this has been a really interesting read. Nice artwork, great story. I'm a big fan of The Dark Knight Returns, and this obviously follows on from that. So highly recommend reading Dark Knight 3. Then we've got AVP. This has been a great storyline. I've followed all of the Life and Death issues. They've been very, very enjoyable. The artwork is great. The story is great. Essentially, without spoiling too much, this person on the front, she's basically impregnated with an alien, and the particular planet that they're on, at this stage now, there's a whole series of events that happen in Life and Death, Prometheus, Predator, Alien, and now AVP, that have led to this situation where you have a planet where the alien hive is dying out. All the face huggers and all the aliens that are being birthed on the planet are basically dying. So the Queen impregnates this person with another queen in the hope that that will continue the survival of the aliens on this planet. But this issue, I guess, will answer what happens with that, so I won't spoil too much, but really keen on that. And then we have a one-shot which is directly related to that and sums up the end of the story. But this has been Life and Death, a fantastic series. Can't recommend it enough. Then we move to Aliens Defiance with a new Alien movie coming out. I've been binge reading a lot of the old Alien comics and also this one as well. The Defiance storyline is fantastic. I can't recommend this enough. It's probably the best Alien read I've found. I really enjoy it. It's part of the same lure as Alien Isolation, which is an awesome video game that I loved playing. So this continues on from that, following a friend of Ripley. So that's pretty cool, and this series has been really, really awesome. So it's coming to an end fairly soon, though, which is a bit of a shame. Then we have the new Alien series that has just come out. I don't know, I'm not convinced on this one yet. For some reason, the artwork, even though it's pretty much the same artwork as Alien Defiance, just hasn't grabbed me just yet. So I'll give it a couple of issues and check it out and then make my decision from there. But as of yet, it hasn't hooked me, if that makes sense. Secret Empire, following on from Civil War. I love the idea that Captain America is a secret agent for Hydra. I'm interested to see where they go with this. It is kind of cool. Obviously, Iron Man taken out of action in Civil War 2. So let's see what happens with Cap. And then we have Darth Maul, which is, you can't go wrong. Like, legitimately, if you're going to make an awesome comic book series, Darth Maul is probably one of the best characters to do that with. It is a prequel series, so it is set, you know, obviously before he gets killed and before he comes back in the Clone Wars and Rebels and so forth. I love that it has characters like, and appropriately I turn to this page, Cad Bane, Aura Singh, all those great bounty hunters that are in the Clone Wars. So I'm really interested to see where the story goes for Darth Maul. It is only a mini-series, which is a bit of a shame, but it'll be cool to see what happens with that. So, yeah, that's basically my recent comic book haul. Some cool reviews coming up soon, in particular of Zoom, so stay tuned for more reviews.